Okay, so we had a recording problem last night at our first Hope Central pajama party. We're going to be having this pajama party, pajama powwow, every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And it's the Hope Central team. Anybody there is invited. Anybody else is welcome to come too. But it really is kind of a touch base on your products, how you're doing, answer any questions, give a couple tips, and go on with our week. So, things to keep in mind we have coming up. We started with dates and important stuff. Convention is coming up. June 6th through June 10th, Plexus Worldwide has their convention in Orlando this year. And if you have not registered, you're going to have another opportunity because registration closed, but they're reopening it up this week. So keep your eye out for an email, and I want you to come join us. We're going to have an amazing time. Convention is where leaders are made, and I had so many friendships that started at convention, and it changed the trajectory of my involvement with Plexus, my health, my business, the whole 9 yards. It's a wonderful thing. Somebody told me that they have yet to have a convention and not release a new product. So, I guess it could be the first one, but odds are we're going to hear something fabulous and new, and I'd love for you to go with me. Come on, you need a parent's time out, right? Husbands are more than welcome, even if they're not an ambassador, okay? So, let's jump into local stuff. This week, Live Healthy, Live Plexus is a page that Brooke and Aaron run for us. It is a wonderful place to put potentials, people that are interested in Plexus but haven't decided yet. They get to soak up amazing testimonies, product information, and it's running all the time. They always have new posts on there, but once a month they have an event, and this Thursday is that event. It'll be a pajama party. Starts at 8:30. I love to reach out about Wednesday and give everybody a heads up that it's coming, and then Thursday night, about an hour before the party starts, I go ahead and tag them in one of the posts about it getting started, so that it's easy to find. For chances to win the nightly prizes, they have to comment and interact on those posts, and that gives them entries. So just make sure that's really clear to them so they get their chance to win. All right, what else do we have? Well, Plexus right now has some amazing specials running on free shipping. We have ambassadors get free shipping for 130 PV on your subscription. If you let the 130 PV subscription process, then you get free shipping for that order. Now, you can have as many subscriptions a month as you want, and you can get free shipping on them as long as they're 130 PV in process. The other fun thing is new customers, preferred customers, get free shipping if they use the promo code FREESHIP. When their order sends out next month, it will also be free shipping. It's pretty awesome, and I love when Plexus Worldwide hooks us up with a good deal like this. The other good deal they're running is the Go Silver incentive. You normally, when you have 100 PV yourself, you're a qualified ambassador. Well, if you sign up 3 other qualified ambassadors with welcome packs, you get $100 for going silver. Well, this month you'll get $150 for going silver, with another $50 next month when their order's processed and you go silver again. Or stay silver is more the term. If you need anything about this, let me know. They also have an amazing, if you have any of your level 1s, you get $50 for helping them go silver. I mean, we are always helping, and whatever you need from us, we're willing to do. But the fact that here you can go silver, and then maybe one of your friends wants to go silver, you get a little extra in your pocket with that. And I think that's pretty fantastic. If you need any resources, we actually have an amazing Shiny Silver in February Facebook group where they are running some tips daily and giving each other some support while they try and do this first step in what can be a Plexus business. But I want you to also realize that this silver thing is not just people that want a business. This is also kind of like your Movado apps or any of your grocery rebate apps. Plexus has the opportunity to give you a referral income and help you afford your products. There's no reason for you to pay for your products if you're willing to share with some friends. I mean, I share good coupon deals. Why wouldn't I share about good health? And when they sign up and go through my personal website, that helps offset the cost of mine. And then they are more than welcome to do the same thing to help offset the cost of theirs. It's that whole social piece. And I mean, the coupon and rebate app people have got it down. You pass the word and it helps out. Well, here's the thing. It's not pennies on the dollar like the coupon apps. This is actual, you can afford with just a few friends joining you to pay for your whole products and maybe your entire family. I don't know how big your family is. Mine's pretty big, but that's how we afforded this. I wanted to talk a little bit about being successful with your Plexus journey. Health, business, community, whatever. And actually, I don't care if it's your exercise journey. If you're wanting to make changes and grow, you need to find a rhythm with consistency and planning. You need to understand where it is you're going, define it, break it down, make some plans, and then make a daily action plan. Because when you're consistent, when you take those steps every day, you're going to get there. If you start thinking about this as a marathon that it's going to take you 18 hours to run, it's going to drag on you. But if you run 10 minutes at a time and just keep going, you're going to get there. If you refuse to quit, just break it up into chunks, break it up into days. John Maxwell put it in a really nice way. He said, go chop on the same tree. There's one tree you have to pick, your goal, and every day take 5 swings at it. Do 5 things that's going to help that tree come down or be where you need it to be. Don't do a couple swings and then tomorrow decide, I'm going to go work on something else. So you're going to go chop on a different tree. And then the next day, I'm going to go chop on another tree. You work on it in little spurts. And eventually you're going to have a forest full of nicked up trees and none of them fell. If you keep working every day, 5 swings, same tree, it's going to come down. And hey, if you have the day you have time and energy and focus, take 10, but swing at the same tree. Really understand what your goals are and line stuff up so that you can make that tree fall. When we're talking health changes, consistency is key, especially with gut health. I mean, 48 hours, the gut can do crazy things. You have got a non-stop battle going on in your gut between the good side and the bad side. And if you aren't sending in constant reinforcements to keep that fight going in the right direction, you're going to have some backslide. Same thing happens with reaching out for your business. If you're not constantly doing things daily, you're going to have a backslide. Growth is an intentional thing. There is nothing worthwhile downhill. That means you've always got to be pushing uphill. You've got to be intentionally moving yourself forward. And when we sit down and make a daily plan, that helps us. With consistency with products, maybe you need to set an alarm on your phone. Where do you keep your bottles? Do you need to carry them with you when you go to work just in case? Do they need to stay in your purse, in your desk, by the bed? Problem solve the issue. Think about it. And if you have trouble, holler at us. We love doing this. And there's a lot of us. There's a lot of tricks to learn. I could spend a lot of time just talking about different ways different people have made this a successful journey. Now, one thing I want you to be really understanding on is there's some ways to make it easier on yourself. Journal. Take pictures. You are going to have bad days. You're going to have days you feel like it should have done more, or you had a backslide and you didn't go work out. You're going to need some way to measure other than just feelings. Okay? Feelings, they're not very trustworthy. And that sometimes they can really drag us down. So we need to move forward and have a measurement system, whether it's weight is okay, but I'm going to tell you it's a fickle one. You need to pair that with measurements and pictures. I did the 60-day trim up challenge last year, and when I measured and weighed, I felt very defeated at the end of 60 days. I thought I hadn't done enough. It wasn't much of a change. And I wasn't going to take the pictures, but I'm stubborn, and I had it in my phone, so I was like, I'm going to do it. Guys, the pictures were fantastic. I couldn't even believe the change that happened. And yes, my husband told me, but I didn't believe him. I did it. And the picture is what I needed to keep going. You need to find ways to build yourself up. Remember, the days that it's easy and exciting and motivating, great. It's the days that it's hard that you still make the right choices and move forward on, or at least progress some. It's not perfection, it's progress. Those are where the changes are made, and they stick for a long time, okay? One easy way is that subscription. Running out of your product, having one more thing in the middle of your month to remember and chase down is a pain in the butt, right? If you can just have the product show up when you're needing them, everything's on a daily plan. You can look ahead and see, this is when I'm going to need my products. Have a subscription set up. If you need to adjust the date so that it falls on your paycheck days, then great. Get that tweaked so that you can set it and forget it. Now here's the thing, if you're having to move that a lot because paychecks and finances are tight, then we need to talk, because you need to take advantage of that Plexus referral income. That Plexus referral income is going to make the difference that you can get to the next level of this health journey, where you put all your efforts into daily choices and routine and getting stuff going, and this part is taken care of. You can turn your subscription on, your products will be there, you won't have to worry about it. And I love that. So let me make sure where we're at. We covered a lot of stuff last night, and it was fun. So, when you want to take advantage of that referral income, you don't have to become a Plexus expert. If you want to run a business, yeah, you're going to need to learn a ton of stuff, okay? It's taken a long time, and I'm still learning. I will keep learning. There is not an end to the learning if you want a business with this. But if you want some referral income, you have a crack team of professionals, okay? You use us and abuse us. We are happy to help. Three-way chats are fantastic. Just setting us up with somebody that's like, hey, what are you doing? That sounds interesting. Having that first little conversation and going, those are all great questions. Let me get my friend Michelle on the phone and we'll chat it out. Or let's send her a message and see if we can get that figured out for you. I love doing those, and it's actually a great way to talk to somebody that's new about these products, because they get more than just one person's perspective, and it really helps things move along. You don't have to sit down hours and hours of videos to know all the right answers. You're going to learn them as we go. If you want videos or resources on how to run this as a business, I have got some stuff for you. I'm kind of a bookworm, and I'm definitely a nerd, and I love to read, and I have been really curious about how to grow my business and make things easier on the next person that's coming up. And so I have a resource library available to you. It's in bite-sized pieces. If you want to do a nibble here and a nibble there, that's what we can set you up on. If you want the whole buffet and just gorge yourself as much as you can, great. I could let you do that. Let's race, okay? Because that's kind of the pace I'm at. I am full buffeting it and doing it as fast as I can. And one of the reasons I do that is momentum. So when you get something going quickly and get it some momentum so it's pushing, it helps keep the ball rolling. This early on stage, when you're getting started with new habits, is where it's the hardest. The first 21 days of a new habit, whether it's eating right, drinking water, getting up early to go to work, or running a business and learning all the things daily that you need to do and setting them into habit, that first 21 days is the hardest. That is the new habit. It feels the most foreign, and you're trying to retrain yourself. After 21 days, it sets into a first level habit, if you will, because the second 21 days is when it's really going to cement into muscle memory. It becomes a repeatable action that is familiar. And the last 21 days, so we're talking day 42 to 63, is where that habit, that new action, becomes something that you would actually miss. On day 64, if you weren't doing it, you would miss it. Like, oh man, you don't feel right unless you do it. And when you know that, because that's about physiological brain function and habits that we form, and all the survival instincts and all the science that goes behind it. If you want to find books to read on it, rock out. But I can tell you the 21-day thing is an important thing. first 21, second 21, last 21. If you make it through that, just shy of, if you make it to 90 days with something, you've got it. If you made it 90 days every day doing something, it has now become part of your life, and it feels wrong to not do it. So you have to find that with this. And when you get that momentum going, make a daily list of actions that you can do. It's going to help carry you. Because there's something about consistency. I don't know how many of you like John Maxwell. I'm kind of a big fan. He talks about consistency compounds, and it really does. A daily action step, that chopping five swings at that big tree, if you do it every single day without fail, you're going to make progress, and it's going to catch fire at some point, okay? That 5 swings, if you take a break, if you're giving the tree time to heal, right? So you may have to redo some stuff if you take breaks. And when you lay out and plan ahead, it's going to be easier to do it on the days that it's not wanting to happen. I would really challenge you to find a daily plan. What does your daily plan look like? I would put on there, take your products. I would put on there, drink water. Have a physical activity. I don't care if you're doing an hour workout or a 10-minute plank exercise routine. Whatever it is needs to be more than you did yesterday. And with reason. If you're already working out a couple hours a day every day of the week, you're good, okay? And maybe you should come help me. But reaching out is one of those things too. Adding people to your Facebook, your network, getting people in. You may not know what you're going to do with them yet, but you're going to need more people in your life. Just friendships and community. Be growing it. I have learned more about being a good friend since I became a network marketer and with Plexus than I ever knew growing up or anything. I was not necessarily a selfish person, but I had never made it a point to follow up with the people I cared about, checked in on them, and I do such a better job of that now. And it's not just about Plexus. It's these people are important in my life, and I want to know what's going on, and I don't let my day-to-day busyness get in the way from me reaching out and loving on people. And I can't tell you how much that adds to my life, and I think it's a great thing in theirs too, because my relationships with people have really strengthened during this time. Here's the other piece. When you run full out like this, you're giving a lot of yourself, and that's actually a wonderful thing, but you can't pour into others with an empty cup. You have got to find a way to fill up while you do this, okay? You've got to find a way to fill up. I don't know what helps you fill up. What helps me is books. I love to read books. The Bible is fantastic. Going to church, working out, quiet time by myself, that's really rare. Date night with the husband. I have a post that I put on Hope Central that I'd really like you guys to give me 3 to 5 things that you do to fill up. And here's the thing, maybe you're skipping this step. Let me tell you how that looks. You work really hard, you get really excited, and you just move, and then you hit a day or a speed bump, and it's like, oh, I can't do anymore. I'm so tired, and I'm wore out. I need a break. You take a break from everything. You don't do any of your daily activities. Things slide back. And so when you hit at it and you find that fire again, you're actually 10 steps behind where you were. And it's frustrating. And you push again. So you push really hard and you do it really hard and you hit that point again. Well, here's the important piece. You need to have daily fill-up time. You need to put back into you what you're pouring out into others and make it a priority. Don't just go until you can't take it anymore. The recovery time is much longer. If you can have an easy access to some build you up YouTube videos or some K-Love music on the radio while you're doing your dishes, things that you can do with other things are fantastic, but if you need quiet time, schedule it in. Make it a priority. You've got to fill yourself up or you're not going to have energy to fill into others. So that's pretty much the gist of what we talked about. I think yesterday it was better. I don't know, but maybe I said some things a little different today. Consistency compounds. Plan ahead. turn on your subscription. The people that have their subscription on, their success with products is just statistically so much higher. They don't have to worry about that. They're focused on improving other stuff. It's kind of like the same thing of trying to make health changes without Plexus products. You spend so much time fighting your body to get forward that when people get on products, they're surprised that not changing a lot of personal habits starts seeing some big results, because their body is wanting different things. The habit changing kind of happens on its own. Well, if you can make that even easier, then you're going to spend your time that you would have been on doing the math and figuring this out and making sure you don't forget on something to build you up, fill you up. I mean, you're going to find something better to do with your time. And here's my last thing, because I'm kind of a bossy pants. Would you talk to yourself nicer, please? Tell yourself good things. And I just am reading a book right now that is fantastic, and we'll talk about it later, but I want you to listen for the bad stuff you tell yourself, okay? We all understand that when we talk positively to ourselves, it gives us a better plan. So if I'm saying, man, I can never really lose this weight, well, you probably never will. Now, what you can do is say, I am losing weight like a mad person. I'm getting healthy so fast. This is fantastic. I feel great. I look great. I love being in my skin. That's a pretty good one. I love that. This guy in his book has taken it to the next level. He said those are affirmations. Affirmations are a question. And I want you to, in your mind, find a negative phrase, because I did this with a few of my own, and I should have brought them in here, but I didn't. But we'll use the weight thing. So instead of just telling yourself the positive version of it, and you repeat that many times a day, it helps reinforce it, but ask yourself a question. Not, why am I so fat? Because then you will realize and think about all the things that make you fat, and you'll keep doing it. But say to yourself, why have I lost weight so easily? Why do I fit in my clothes so wonderfully? Why do I feel so good in my skin? Why is the world coming together and I'm so joyful? Ask the positive version of the questions, of the positive realization of what you're working for or needing to change, and listen to your heart change a little bit. Your mind is going to go crazy, and you're going to think of things that, well, I could do this and this and this, and oh, you asked me a question, now I'm going to answer it. Well, that's what your body does. It loves to answer questions. So ask a question that is giving you answers to fix a problem you have. So do it in a positive way. And if you need more info, let me know. I've got lots of books. That's me, the bookworm. So hopefully this helped anybody that missed the video last night, and I'm sorry it took this long. I was trying to really hurry, and I love seeing all of you, and hopefully you can tune in for our next call. But again, 8 o'clock this Sunday night, and I will try and record it so that you guys can watch in that miss it. All right? Talk to you guys later. Bye.